Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 6. I know many of you were working hard to do any revisions you had to do and submit your chapters 1 through 3. So I'll be looking over those chapters during this week, giving you the feedback if there's any feedback that's necessary for each of the sections. So they are quite long papers, or they are long papers in general, so there'll be some considerable time going through those. So I do appreciate your patience, and I will start on those as soon as possible. You're in week 6, so this is a good week really to start pulling things together and getting your finals, starting looking at what you're going to present as it relates to a chapter 4. Also, just a heads up, week 7, at the end of week 7 is when you're going to submit your whole entire project, and that is really a rough copy, but it is the entire project. And what'll happen is that I need to give approval to move forward. And then in week 8, each group will do a oral presentation. Now, you can do a presentation during our live session in week 8, that last Wednesday. It can be done in a PowerPoint or Prezi. You can videotape yourself, and then the link has to be available so that it can be played. And that would need to be submitted to me beforehand so that I can have it ready. And so I wanted to just talk about that. So week 6 are your normal references as you're finishing up. Many of you are finishing up your intervention plans at the site. And make sure you do your reflection journal and keep it in such a way that you can attach it to your appendices. Week 7, just to look ahead to give you some ideas of what's going on. Week 7 is when you submit your preliminary action research project. So this is where you'll be submitting it right here, and submit your initial rough project here for feedback. Once your faculty advisor approves all revisions, you will be advised to conduct your oral presentation and submit your final project electronically under the title final. So again, week 7 you'll have a journal and a check-in. And then in week 8, just to put this all together, right here in week 8, this is where you'd be submitting your oral presentation or PowerPoint or whatever your group decides to do. These are the directions, and these are the things that you need to make sure you familiarize yourself with so that you are ready for this presentation. And then submit your final action research project will go right here. So that final, the stamp is on it. Everybody said, yes, we're done. All the revisions have been made, will be submitted here. And this is really where you want to look at these general reminders, look at the directions and talk about those so that there's no issues when we get to this point. So I do appreciate all of your hard work so far. Most of it's been the intervention plan and making sure that goes well. Everybody's discovering, pros and cons of what they see and what the data shows, and that's the whole purpose of action research. It's supposed to help answer questions, but at the same time, it might pose more questions, or it might cause people to refine things, or even just say, hey, this isn't working and we have to look at something else. So action research is something that educators do every day, and it is a recommendation that districts and sites take on action research to solve their own problems or look at things that of need and work on a solution, such as we've done during this course. So I do appreciate, again, the hard work, and if you have questions or concerns, please reach out to me. When we get into that week 7 and 8, it is very important that everything is turned in on time and done in a timely manner, so there are no issues, and so I want to make sure of that. And again, just reach out to me if you have questions. I hope everyone's doing well and thriving in both your job and I know that you're doing your master's program at the same time. So have a great day, and you take care.